Hi, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to this episode of Entrepreneur Showcase Series, brought to you by Patranya Media LLC and Parkway Media Partners. I'm your host, Patranya Poonswan. I'm here in the studio with two amazing entrepreneurs, ladies behind the Avanti Green Eco Cleaning Company based right here in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
So great to see you. First, we have Claudia Meneses. You're the CEO and founder of Avanti Green Eco Cleaning. And also we have right here with us Mónica, Taher, and she's the VP of Business Development. And, you know, we're talking, of course, Earth Day just passed in April, right? Yes. And now we're actually in the middle of National Small Business Week, which is a great time to be talking about what you guys do, the small business based right here, and women-owned business as well, right? Minority-owned business, everything. We're covering the bases when it comes to your company, so this is wonderful. And Claudia, first, I'll start with you. You started this company here in Vegas about, it's been over 10 years.
Actually, it's been 13 years.
13 years.
Yes, we started in 2011. Mm-hmm. It was a very small project that I started along with my aunt. At the time, she was unemployed. And,
was she employed in another cleaning company at the time? Or is she associated with that business?
She did work for a family for a few years as their housekeeper. And eventually she started working for a company, but the hours were very tough, long hours. The pay was very small. So I said, well, why don't I start looking for clients for you so you can clean for them. So that's how it started.
So that's how it started.
Yes.
So it's very organic. You basically wanted to help your aunt have a better kind of working condition.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That was the idea.
And were you in that type of business? Were you just completely different?
No, actually, my expertise had been in business. I study business administration, in marketing also.
Yeah.
So
you had kind of a background in running, but you never thought you'd be running your own business.
No, but I had a very strong ethic, work ethic, and every time, when I worked for a company, I dedicated myself 100%. So I figure, why don't I do this, for myself? And also the fact that, she needed help. I was like, well, why don't I do something that, she can work? And I wasn't actually thinking that this was going to become a full-time job for me. It was more like a side gig.
Like a side hustle.
So she could, be busy with it.
And when did that make a switch? When did you decide, hey, this is something that probably could be our own thing?
Yeah, so, well, at the time she had the idea that, why don't we, do something together? And then one of the first things that I figured was going to be hard to get into this industry was the fact that there were so many cleaning companies in Las
How do you
Vegas.
stand out from all these
Exactly.
businesses?
So the first Google search I did, I found thousands of cleaning companies.
Yeah.
And so I was like, how are we going to make it?
Yeah.
And one of the things that we also had learned with the family that she worked for, it was that they were very conscious about the environment, about using organic,
like
natural
cleaning materials,
natural products. So we didn't want to go back and use like commercial, chemicals that were so.
So you like, hey, maybe
strong.
that's how we can stand out.
Yes. So basically, we thought, well, no, we definitely need to clean this way. We're not going to clean with all this, with bleach, with lice, all those chemicals that are so bad for you.
Yeah.
And so this is how, we said, okay, no, we're going to.
So was the name not Avanti Green Eco Cleaning?
Well,
what was the first? How did you start that?
So we started with Avanti Green. I had taken some Italian classes a few years ago.
Yeah, I was going to ask what the name means.
So Avanti means move forward in Italian.
Oh, gotcha.
And so at the time, here in Vegas was very not known, the green movement.
It was just starting. It was not that popular.
Exactly. It wasn't that popular. There were other cities that, they're ahead of us, but not in Vegas. When I started researching into green cleaning, I didn't really find that many companies. I did find a couple that were in the commercial side of the business, but not very much in residential.
Yeah.
However, some of the companies that were doing some green cleaning were not specifically entirely green. You know, they could tell you, oh, well, you know, if you pay extra, we'll clean green for you. You know,
but that wasn't like the core
right
of their business.
Exactly, it wasn't the core of the business. So for us, was like, well, this is the only way we're gonna clean. You know, we're not bringing any bleach. We're not bringing anything that's gonna be harmful for anybody. You know, for you, for us as the cleaners. For the environment as well. So we definitely wanted something that was more.
So Avanti, meaning you were thinking this is moving forward in this industry.
Exactly.
You wanted to do something different and something, you know, kind of forward thinking when it comes to keeping the environment clean.
That was exactly.
So that was the start, 2011, and now fast forward 2013. Obviously, you have grown, and Monica, you joined the company quite a few years back, and you've been kind of part of this process. What kind of drew you in? And you know, aside from obviously Claudia and her mission, and what was something that really stood out to you, this company?
Well, so many things. The fact that my mom I'm saying was because she's already retired, but she was a biologist. And I grew up in a home where, you know, the constant talk about recycling, and we're both from El Salvador. And back then, there wasn't really, like Claudia said, a movement about being green or living in green spaces. So think about that in the 70s and 80s, even less, right?
Yeah.
But I always had that environmental mission, I guess, you know, to put it that way.
Yeah.
And I saw from close what Claudia had built.
Yeah.
And it was really commendable because not only she was really ahead of her time back in 2011 when she thought about launching Avanti and making it 100% green company, but at the same time I saw the potential, you know, and the proof is that now we used to, for instance, just a few years ago, actually until last year, we used to outsource pressure washing, window cleaning, carpet cleaning, other services that become complementary to home cleaning, home and janitorial services. But now, we have, as a company, we have invested in that equipment, and we're providing those services to our clients, which basically means that we have become a one-stop shop.
So now you're providing, I know we have some of the pictures that you sent us earlier, because you do all types of cleaning, but now you've found a way, you said, Monica, to do this in a green way, you know, whether it be from carpet to, you know, everything. Like tell us about the different services that you offer. And this is not just inside the house, but all over, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So yes, we do residential and commercial services. And basically, exactly what Monica was saying, before we used to hire subcontractors that will go and do these jobs. But there's something that I'm very passionate about, you know, the way we conduct our service. We want to be very professional. We want to be very mindful of our customers' homes, you know, either homes or offices. So there's this work ethic that all of our employees, you know, have to have. And so it's not the same when you work with another business owner that probably have sort of similarities, but probably not as committed to, you know, the environment, as committed as, you know, employees. So it's hard to find that symmetry where you feel like, okay, this is a good partnership. And I've actually been lucky to find other owners that we partner with. But again, obviously, they're not going to take care of our customers the way we do it, right? And so this was one of the reasons why we wanted to provide all these services, because once you're in the house, you already get the trust from this, you know, from your customer. They already trust you into their homes. We have customers that we've been with, or they've been with us since the beginning. So, you know, 13 years being the customer. So anytime they're looking for somebody, hey, do you know a carpet cleaner? So we come across this all the time. So now that we've already invested almost $100,000 in equipment for carpet cleaning. This is a very state-of-the-art equipment, so we're able to do carpet cleaning, we're able to do grout cleaning, you know, upholstery as well, you know, couches.
So whatever kind of cleaning, you're putting it out there, which is great. And you know, what I love about, you know, talking to women-owned businesses, you know, is just I mean, that's my passion. But I mean, obviously, talk to us a little bit about, you grow now 13 years, and Monica, you're helping to get the word out there about this business. What are some of the challenges you're seeing? Maybe not just being women-owned, but just being still a small business, right? I mean, obviously, there are things that you're trying to kind of make sure you get the word out and let people know that you're out there. I mean, what are some of the things that you're doing that's working for you as a business?
Absolutely. Well, we're doing so many things because we are definitely, number one, looking at the potential that our company has, and two, we're going full force with the mission of growing every single business unit, carpet, pressure washing, everything. In the same way, Claudia grew Avanti, just the cleaning part, right? But to answer your question about challenges, I think that all challenges are opportunities, and that's the way we're approaching them. We're getting the word out in so many different ways. Traditional way, obviously through Google Ads and everything under the sun, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to traditional advertising or in this case marketing. But we have started doing something that the company had not been doing for a few years. And what I mean by that is the right networking. What do I mean by that? We just graduated, for instance, from the Las Vegas Chamber of Commerce H program, which is a program for small businesses, especially for minority owned businesses, where they helped us connect through different people as well as other companies in order to scale our business. And obviously they gave us a lot of information, knowledge, etc. And we're attending conferences and doing more events.
And you're finding that makes a difference getting out there?
Absolutely.
And maybe that wasn't something that you focus on as much because you were building the business for a long time, but now you actually have that base, right, to sell it.
Exactly. And it is definitely making a difference. The fact that we're talking here to you and getting the word out there through PR and other digital marketing strategies is just going to complement what the company has been doing for a long time. But now I think we're really pushing the boundaries, and we needed to do this because we're growing. So we need to get our name out there. We're thinking about expanding as well. Obviously, we're in Vegas and Henderson, but we're looking into other strategies in order to go into other markets. And another thing that I think is really important for us, because we have this mission about being green. Like Claudia said, many other cleaning companies in Vegas say, well, if you pay us a little bit more, we can do green cleaning. But we actually live the green mission.
Right.
We're really 100% organic when it comes to our products and materials. And what we thought about doing was to give back to the community. And what do I mean by that? We created a partnership with the Clark County School District. And what that will allow us to do is to go into schools, elementary schools, and educate kids K through second grade on the importance of taking care of the environment. And this is our way to give back to the community. We need to train and to educate, kids. Exactly.
And then they can get to help their parents clean, right? Everybody wins in this situation.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, I think it's great. And I love that you are thinking now, especially in your role as the Vice President of Business Development, to think about ways to expand. But as to grow, of course, we have to think about the bottom line, right? And we talk with entrepreneurs, especially small businesses. That's always still the challenge. And especially when you're pushing something like a green business, people think green, it's going to be more expensive, right? So how do you kind of counter that, Claudia, in terms of telling your story that, when you focus on being green or caring about the environment, it doesn't mean that you're going to bust your budget? Like, there are ways of thinking about this.
There's definitely value on that, and we specifically cater to that customer that is very mindful.
Who cares about,
Who cares about it? Or they have allergies.
Right.
Or they're very sensitive to chemicals.
So the health factor becomes.
Exactly. So the health factor, and not necessarily that it's more expensive. There is a value that we provide that is obviously gonna probably be, but in fact, we're very comparable to other companies that are, about the same type of business. Where you have to pay taxes, you have to, compensate your employees correctly, because you also want to do that. We try to to have a team that stay with us, and for them to stay with us, we have to provide them a lot of goodies so they can stay, right? So we have to provide them good wages, we have to give them bonus, we have to train them, we have to keep them motivated, right? And so this is very important that we allow them to grow with us as well. We've had cleaners that started being assistants. Now they have their own
so you get
team.
that growth incentive of being part
so there's
of your
definitely
team.
growth incentive, and then we're always gonna look inside first before when we need to promote somebody within. We're always gonna start with our team, because we have people that have been with us for so many years. So this is very important for us, that the company is not only the company growing, but also our employees. We get so happy when they're able to get their own house, when they buy their own their car. Some people have rode in the bus when they started in the company. Now they own their car, and then we always try to push them to grow. If they don't know how to drive, hey, let's try to get a
So they're more than just an employee. It's really kind of like a family.
Just to get that relationship with our employees, and just to be there and see how they want to grow as well, because everybody has their own ideas of what they want to accomplish, right? It's not only just to come and get a paycheck, but what do you need for you to grow? And everybody's dreams are different, right? It can be small, but for somebody that's their dream, and so we have to be there to support their dream.
And so I think, Monica, you mentioned part of your dream, and now that you want to grow outside of Southern Nevada, right? Is that kind of like what anything else that you're looking to? That's kind of the next 5 years. What do you see for Avanti?
Absolutely. I think it's any entrepreneur's dream to expand to other markets, and it's something that is in the works. We cannot talk publicly just yet about the plans that we have, but I can tell you that you will see Avanti Green in other markets. Absolutely.
Yes.
Now,
this is so exciting. And Claudia, when you started this back in 2011, I mean, what was your vision, and what's been the biggest surprise for you in running this business?
So, well, my vision from the beginning was definitely not something. It was kind of like small, but not so small. So my mind has always been very ahead of the time, and at the time I felt like okay, so we're gonna do it this way, we're gonna do it green, the name and everything, and we always try to make that good impression from the beginning, that
and you were telling a story, and tell me about the YouTube video that you share with me, because part of that video was telling your story as a business owner, right?
So we actually participated last year in this Stanford program that is geared for Latino entrepreneurs. And so in order to participate in this program, and it helps you scale a business, you have to have surpassed the first threshold of $1 million.
Got it.
And so to become part of that program, you have
and they help you kind of grow even more.
Right.
Going
so
from that.
Basically, what they found out is that they want to concentrate on people that have already made it, right? And what do they need to go from here to the next 10 years? So basically, what made us get to where we are right now is not going to help us get to.
So what was the biggest thing that you learned from that? Obviously, this is something that people are always looking for, entrepreneurs, programs like that. But what did you take away from that?
So, scale, and also that you're not alone in this in entrepreneurship. Sometimes you feel like you are, because being a business owner is very alone business.
It can be lonely.
It can be lonely, especially like before when I didn't have Mónica. I didn't have time to go and network, or there's so many things. I was wearing so many hats. So basically, how to automate the business, how to scale the business, and how to network with other business owners, Latino business owners, because there's this relationship that you create with people of your community, right? People that are in the same culture background, and so it's very important to build these
don't lose those
bridges.
Relationships, because they're kind of at the core of your story too.
Exactly.
Right?
So you get all these resources with all these Latino entrepreneurs, and it just helps you challenge yourself.
Yeah.
To look forward to other challenges or other to explore your vision and surpass your goals.
Yeah.
So this has been a very, very how do I say this, like
Fulfilling.
fulfilling
The experience, right? Yeah,
Yes.
and it sounded like it because, like you said, it's a women-owned business. You connect with other women, reach out for help, right? I mean, you found that in Monica.
Yes.
Obviously, you stepped in and be part of this network. How about you, Monica? What are some of the things that you want to leave for people to take away from what you've learned being part of this company and in terms of growing and being where you are now?
Definitely. I think and I had other businesses before, and I worked for other companies as well in different areas, especially in technology. And I think that, I do echo what Claudia said about feeling lonely sometimes, when you're an entrepreneur. But I also stress the fact that, especially, now that I've been learning more about the home services industry as a whole, I was telling Claudia the other day that if you really pay attention, not just in Vegas, but in all of the states, usually the labor happens to be Latino, right? You see a lot of cleaning companies with Latina women or men, carpet cleaning, pressure washing, all of these services, home services businesses. But that doesn't necessarily translate into Latinos being owners of these businesses,
Right.
and that's a message that I want to leave out there for any Latino listening or watching this interview. The fact that we can also own our own businesses, and we should, because if you look at the census stats, 82% of the new businesses in the whole country, in the United States, are being launched by Latinos. So we need to keep, pushing and pushing in order to become. We have the numbers, but we don't necessarily have the power. We talk about buying power, which is I think is 1.2 trillion, something like that. But that doesn't necessarily translate. That's spending power, but it doesn't translate into owning businesses. And we need to change that narrative.
And I love that you're saying that because, that's why you're here and we're telling your story is to help show other, people in the Latino community and who are saying, hey, I want to do this one day. And
Exactly.
you can.
Exactly.
And like you said, Claudia, with the right team, right work ethic, and just finding the right support, you can make this happen.
Yes, for sure.
And
Definitely.
Yeah, this is amazing. And Monica, thank you so much. And Claudia, tell people once again, if they are looking to work with you, partner with you, be that part of your family, where can they go? Where can they get more information?
So, yes, they can call our office, 702-527-2111, and also our website, avantigreen.com. We have a contact form. You can also apply online. So
you're
yes.
looking for workers as well?
We're
Still
constantly. That's one of the things that I learned in this program, that you always have to be hiring, because that's one of the challenges when you ask about it. One of the challenges is how to find the right amount of labor that you need, in order to stay competitive, right, and to be able to provide your services, because sometimes you get a lot of same-day requests. And you already have your teams out in the field, and you don't have anybody available. So there's always this need to be training, to be hiring, to be training, because unfortunately not everyone will fit our our mission, our culture. So we have to always constantly be training and hiring.
And that's the thing, I think, with entrepreneurs, people are just getting out the word about their story to get clients, but you're also those stories are helping to draw in the right team members, right?
Exactly.
To work with you as well. So, well, I'm so glad to be helping you get the word out, and what a wonderful business, and you guys are rocking it, that's for sure. So, Claudia Meneses, thank you so much for coming on. Monica, Taher, best of luck to both of you. I know great things are coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching and listening for this episode of Entrepreneur Showcase Series. And we'll see you again next time.